Comedy Central presents Warren Robertson.
Hello. Comedy Central, man. This is, woo. What a weird week. I know. You guys are sitting here looking at me and you're thinking, oh, he's a comedian. He's going to do news and politics jokes. I'm not. Mainly because to me, politics is a little bit like watching my dad fucking a clown. I know it's going to affect me. I just don't understand how. Oh, but this is a weird week. This is a great moment. This is like comedians, we all want to be on Comedy Central. This is like a high, you know. And next week, I'll be in Witburgie performing to 20 drunks, you know. Like, this is what comedy is, you know. Comedy's like, it's one of the most varied things you can do. I mean, I went for the Olympics. The South African government sent a couple of us over to perform at the South Bank Arts Centre in London, which was great, except that about 2 weeks before that, the British government had released this report that said that 80% of London's residents believe that all South Africans are racists. Yeah, that's a significant number, especially when you consider that the other 20% of London's residents actually are South Africans. So like the whole time you're there, people are coming up to you and they're saying, oh, you're South African, you must be a racist, you know? And I got sick of that almost immediately, so I started saying to them, well, actually, you may not know this, but in 1985, my uncle was arrested by the apartheid police for his beliefs. What I didn't tell them was he believed in masturbating on the bus. Didn't need to know. Yeah, and then, last week, I was sitting in Beaufort West. I did a gig in Beaufort West. Anybody been to Beaufort West? You know, yeah, what a fuck up, hey? That is not the sexiest part of the country. And I know there are people in Beaufort West who are watching this, but I don't care because they don't understand. Like, Beaufort West is terrible. To give you some idea just how awful Beaufort West is, we got lost kind of going on our way there, and we had to stop at this garage. And I got out on the forecourt, and I went up to a guy, and I said to him, excuse me, sir, but how does one get into Beaufort West? And he said, a couple of bad life decisions. But yeah, so now I'm doing Comedy Central, you know, like now it's totally gone to my head. Now I'm a famous comedian. You know, I'm not a rich comedian. You know, I barely qualify for my Facebook account, but I'm a famous, you know, I'm a famous comedian. So what I did, right, and this is the first thing that anybody who becomes famous does, is I went and I got myself a personalized license plate, right? I went to the licensing department, stood in a queue for about 8 hours, got to the front, I said, hello, I would like a personalized license plate. And they said it would be 800 Rand to have my name put in a license plate. I'm not rich, but I'm also not stupid. So what I did, right, was I left and I went to Home Affairs, and there I paid 25 Rand to change my name to YDY834GP. But to be honest, this probably wasn't like the best week and stuff for this, because recently my grandfather passed away, and he was my family's, you know, favorite grandfather. He was the glue that held the family together, you know. Really kind of spectacular, special guy, and it was terrible that he died and things. But you know, because of his death, I started working out that what I want to happen to me, you know, when I die, and I figure I want to be mummified, wearing a gorilla suit, with like a car tire between my legs and wrestling the skeleton of an alligator. Because I figure that'll really fuck with future archaeologists. But yeah, so my grandfather, like, he passed away, right? And it was sad and it was tragic, and we had his funeral and it was enormous, and so many people came, and it was beautiful and it was touching. And then afterwards, we took all of the money that my grandfather had left us, and as a family, we went for a meal at the local Spur. And, yeah, you see, I can hear. You guys think that's tacky, right? Think it's rubbish? Wasn't. It was really nice. Yeah. The manager, he sent over one of those free Chico the Clown ice creams. But, you know, with a sad jelly tot mouth. You know, and then the waiters came over and they sang that Spur song. You know the one that goes, we heard a rumor on this day that your loved one passed away. That is not the worst thing that has happened to me recently. That is not it at all. The worst thing that has happened to me recently is that I've been receiving a lot of phone calls on my cell phone from cell phone companies trying to sell me a cell phone. I don't know who developed this business practice. This is not a good plan. Right, because they're not just calling you up, and then when you say, no, moron, you called me on a cell phone, I don't need another cell phone, they'd never call you again. No. They call you like the week after that, and then 2 weeks after that, and then 6 months after that, and they just keep going and going and going. And I've basically worked out a system for getting rid of these people. Second I hear on the other side of the line, hi, sir, this is Magda. I'm calling you from National Telecommunications, and I should like to sell you a cell phone. My response is, that's wonderful news, Magda, because I am an encyclopedia salesman, and for just 135 Rand a month, you can have the whole set after a year. It amuses the balls off of me. It does nothing for Magda. This one works, guys. Genuinely, this works. Do this, it works. I promise you. What happens is, as soon as you hear, I say, this is Magda, I'm calling you from National Telecommunications, I should like to sell you a cell phone, your response should be, I am totally naked right now. You will actually hear them start paging through that big book of responses they've been given. The answer's not in there, right? So now she's starting to panic. You back this up by going... She'll start saying stupid shit now. She's saying 100 free SMSs a week or free calls to friends and family. Doesn't really matter what she's saying. You just keep going. Yes, Magda, that's the way I like it. Talk dirty to me, Magda. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. And by the time you've reached, oh God, Magda, I am coming, she has put you on a blacklist and will never call you again. You guys have been a fantastic crowd. Thank you so much for your time.